Hi everybody, Richard Steenan here. I am demonstrating a brand new product called HarvestIQ, and it consists of several assistants that are based on large language models, but reinforced with just data from the IT Harvest dashboard. In other words, we've got data on over 4,000 cybersecurity vendors and over 11,000 products, and we've created assistants for each one of those. So let's dive in. I'm going to take you to the welcome page once you've gotten logged in, and might as well switch to dark mode. And then you can see the difference between the different assistants that you can subscribe to. You can either sign up for the analyst for $159 a month. That gives you complete access to all of our data on the vendors through this chat interface that you're all familiar with. And then a architect, which has got access to all of our data on all the products. And you can also check in on to manage your billing if you want to cancel your monthly subscription, or if you want to join a team, you can set up your team account here and then add members of your team to it. And you can always reach out to us. We'll walk you through exactly how to do that. But the first step is to start a new conversation. This is where you're going to decide which of the analysts or which of the assistants you want to talk to. I'm going to pick the architect, which is the cyber products, and I'm going to create a conversation. So now this is where it gets very familiar if you've been using ChatGPT or any of the large language models and talking with it. We give you some simple questions that you might want to ask it. And you could discuss this week's cyber news. So we pull in constantly our news feed from Feedly with thousands of articles that show up. So you may want just a quick summary of those. I've clicked on discuss this week's cyber news. And now we wait. We are talking to a large language model. We're taking a lot of data and we're embedding it into that model and querying it. So there are waits as you can see the little progress bar go across the top of the screen. We're loading the response. Now, because the answers are verbose, they are well worth waiting for. So here we've got the answer to this week's news. So weekly cybersecurity news roundup. Zvelo launched a new product, their SaaS app intelligence. The White House U.S. Cyber Trust Mark was released. You can see particular vendor solutions come up. And then business acquisitions and partnerships. So Darktrace was acquired, of course, and Quorum Cyber also acquired, and a lot partnership acquired. So that was just the answer to that one question on the news that we had, pre-fed you that. So but I'm going to start a new question, and I'm going to dig into answering the, hey, what if I'm a security architect and my teams come to me and they say, hey, we got a new product and we need to do digital signing of the software before we push out updates. How do we go about doing that? So we're going to select the architect and create a conversation. And we'll just say, hey, how should I go about selecting an HSM? Okay, now we've got a guide to selecting a hardware security module. Notice the model, of course, is smart enough to know what HSM means. And it tells us the criteria to follow: security certifications for the tool, the performance, key management, compatibility, deployment, goals, etc. And you could ask what are the best HSMs to evaluate. Okay, what are the best HSMs? Here are some suggestions from our large language model. Securosis, which of course is the vendor located in Switzerland. So they've got enterprise grade network compliance, FIPS 140 2 certified to level 3, capability of processing millions of keys and thousands of transactions per second, and high availability through clustering. We've also got the Marvell Liquid Security HSM, and FutureX has an HSM, and Ubico as well. And then SecureOSIS also has a cloud HSM that you could look at. So you can see where this is giving you a starting point. And if you had a subscription to the dashboard, you could compare that to the entire list of HSM vendors that are tracked there. But this gives you a good place to start. And then you can dig in more, and you could say this might be a time to switch over to asking questions about the particular vendor, but you might want to say, tell me more about SecureOSIS. So here's the response on data on SecureOSIS and its products. But we do have the summary of SecureOSIS in that it's Zurich-based, but also each of its products and key features of those products, and a breakdown of their description of their cloud solutions and additional products. So you can see super, super helpful. Now you may have noticed as we're getting answers to all these questions, if any particular company or product is mentioned in the answer, we extract those and make those available to you as this quick pop-up. So you can do a quick vendor lookup on SecureOSIS, and you'll see all that information about it. And you can do a quick lookup on a particular product, and you'll see a summary of its capabilities, what it can do. So super helpful to you in your research to quickly have that access. And it's faster, you'll notice, than getting the questions back from the assistant, because it's just a database query that's already been set up as soon as you had asked the original question. So that is just a quick snapshot of what you can do with the Architect Assistant at HarvestIQ. Highly recommend that you head on over to harvestiq.ai and then simply set up an account. You can set up a free account and ask 10 questions, which, that alone might be worth a lot to you to get answers to those 10 questions. And then sign up for the month-to-month subscription if you find value in it.